Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, and we're starting this video with a view of what's left of a Saphium asteroid I've been mining down using the SV, and things are going quite well. Now, if you watched the previous video, you'll be aware that I ended up down on a moon, and what I actually did was I went and explored the moon. I didn't find any real opposition. I found some estrum, zirconium, mined out all the promethium and pentaxid. I also found some magnesium nodules just laying on the surface. So from a mineral perspective, it was a pretty interesting moon, but from a gameplay perspective, it was more of the grind of the game. And I actually did record it, and I thought this is a waste of time, so I actually threw it away. And what I've actually done is I've come up into space. And if I show you here, there's absolutely nothing here, but I just see off the edge here. This is the moon we were on in the last video. I come up and found 3 wreckages and explored those. Again, there wasn't anything particularly spectacular about them in the sense that they're good loot. They were just pretty standard wreckage. I mean, it was full of generators, got a little bit of fuel from them. That was about it. And then I came across and mined down the zirconium asteroid here. Got a nice big wodge of zirconium from that. I didn't bother with the cobalt. And then I came across this Saphium asteroid there. So if I show you in here, I think if we go to construct route, you can see I got 2,610 zirconium ore from that. So that can now go into here. Gonna have to really start trying to turn some of this stuff into ingots. And with mining out the Saphium asteroid, what I've actually done is put the Saphium directly in here, so you can see I've got another 2,126 Saphium ore. Got a little bit more ore left to do, but before we do that, I just want to talk about a few things. A big thank you to Tom for your tip about converting the crushed stone into ore. And just for anyone who's not sure what I'm talking about, you come into here. If we go to here and then go to constructor in, what he suggested is that what you do is when you've got a big pile of crushed stone, instead of throwing it away like I was doing, what you do is you turn it into ore. And I am a little bit low on copper and silicon, so that's what I've actually been doing. As you can see, what I've done is turn the crushed stone from my mining asteroids into silicon and copper ore, and what I will be doing in a minute is turning them into ingots, which should be quite useful. Moving on, what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, also Phil Lofting has given me a pretty good lead on a hover tank. So if I come into here and we go to a hover tank there, and I can't remember what's it called. It's the core. It's the core Thanatos Tier 4. It's quite an impressive tank. It's got an artillery piece on the top. I think these are plasma cannons, and it's got 1 multi-turret. So it looks a pretty effective tank to build. Tried it out in creative mode. It does fit into the hangar of the capital vessel, which is a very important thing to check. And while we're actually in here, I also had a comment from somebody who was asking me about the ship I use. So what I'm going to do is just show you down here. The ship I'm currently using is the MCRN Pioneer Tier 2 from Jeff Randall. It's the middle of a range of 3 capital vessels he's created, and I think so far it's probably the best all-round one for a starter capital vessel. The other one is the Wayfarer ST. This is the one I was using in my Alpha 11 playthrough, and this one is pretty good, but at the same time it's a bit lightweight in the sense of defenses. So this is the ultimate starter of capital vessel. Has probably done that, and I think even Jeff Randall says that in some ways the Pioneer is better. The other problem with the Wayfarer is if you want a shield, you've got to upgrade it to the next tier, and then the final one is the Krill Shade. This is the ship that he's made for anyone who wants to be a bit more aggressive. This is got a bit more armed. It's got less storage, and the hangar deck's a bit smaller, so you're going to have to be a bit careful about what you're going to be able to put into that hangar deck. But if you want the more aggressive approach, the Krill Shade is probably one of the better ships. Anyway, I think that's enough of a general introduction. What I want to do in this video is I want to finish off mining this Saphium asteroid, and I think there's one more piece of, I guess that is wreckage. And then what I want to do is go and check out this planet here, XWG16544. I don't know if that's an hour or one. There's 2 planets in the system, and what I'm doing is looking for a bit of mischief, is probably the polite way of saying it, and resources. I mean, we could come out to an asteroid field here. I mean, I explored the whole of this moon and I found no Xerax and no real opposition. So the other thing I'm thinking is, and I'm open to suggestions on this, if we turn on territories, we got the whole, let me just control out just to show you here. What we've got is the territories there, and what we are is we're right on the edge of Xerax territory here. That's it, but I can't actually see, is that the legacy out there? So what I'm thinking, so who's this? This is the Krill Empire. So what I'm thinking maybe is returning to my original plan of getting a carrier, and then what we might do is a little bit of an incursion into Polaris territory. You know, because at the moment we're in a kind of neutral zone here. I mean, we could have a swing down and have a go at the pirates. I mean, I'm open to suggestions because I have to be completely upfront. I really haven't done that much with the main galaxy map, and I haven't really traveled into these areas. So I've got no real idea about what opposition we're going to run into should we go into there. So like if we go barreling into the Xerax territory, I mean, is it going to be completely bad news from square one? I mean, I'm assuming that the closer I get, the more chance I've got of encountering the Xerax. I've got no real idea about how hostile the Krill are going to be. And then we got, it's a bit difficult to tell. This is, so below us we got the Polaris Megacorp. I mean, we could go down into there and see what's happening. Anyway, I'm open to suggestions, is the term, based on your own experience, and then we'll take it from there. Anyway, let's just get out this last little bit of Sathium. And what I've done is I'm still sticking with my mining approach, which is to kind of take things out in layers. It seems to be the most effective way of mining asteroids with the SV. Difficult to tell what is Sathium and what is actual lighting. I did spend a little while mining lighting, and it's like here, I mean, this looks like Sathium, but it's actually the way that the sun is shining on the rock. Because here, if I do this, and that finishes off this Sathium asteroid. So we're going to go back and dock with capital vessel, and just going to get down into here. Any general background noise, i.e. dogs barking, hopefully no one's going to cut their lawn. But at the moment the UK is in a bit of a grip of a heat wave, and with the computer running, the temperature in my workroom is absolutely unbelievable. So I've got to have at least 2 windows open to try and get some airflow just to make it bearable in here, which means that I've got the generally associated risk of background noises and all that. Yesterday it was really bad because someone was decided to do a bit of building work and I couldn't record at all. I'm hoping I can get this done before anything else happens. Anyway, so apologies in advance for if you hear anything like that. Hopefully then no one's going to bother us to put the Sathium in there. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to come in the back door, because this is the quickest way to get to the structures. Turn off the jetpack so we can go this way. Because what I do want to do is come here, and this one we can't, this constructor we can only convert into iron, copper, silicon. We can do neodymium, but I don't think I've really got that much in the way of neodymium ore. That's the one that's being a bit short now. So we got just short of 2,000 copper ore. So what's that? That's about 400 ingots if you round up to 2,000, is it? We got a big pile of stone. So what we can do is, so if we say I want so okay, well, we'll do it this way then. We got up to about 490. That would turn all those into ingots. What else have we got? Where's the silicon? On silicon ore, so we got 2,600 So that's what, 450 silicon. I'm not being precise, to be honest. It's just it's too hot to be doing precise mathematics. So we'll just turn that into silicon. Anything that's left over we can tidy up afterwards. Of course, to do the more expensive ores, we've got to do it this way. So we've got 2,700 sathium. I think what we can do is just pump in 600, because unlike the lesser elements, the game will not convert stone rock into sathium. So we put in about 600 sathium there. And what else did I mine out? We got 832. So what's that? It's about, again, I'll just put in 200, because basically the constructor will stop when it runs out of things to do. And we've got a few other odd ores. We got 1,000 cobalt. So if we put in maybe 210 cobalt, and then we can just leave them gaily. We can just leave those constructors doing their thing. Now, next thing I want to do is we're going to come into here, and I do want to do this core Thanicus. Yeah, so let's go to the factory. So we're going to need 4 optronics bridges, some titanium rods, quite a lot of other general resources. So let's come into here. The first things we'll do is just pick up these. I think we'll do the more exotic resources first. Can't remember what it was now. Okay, we'll do the more. I could put in some junk. Let me just do a junk check first. So let's just get these in first. So we need 4 small optronics bridges. So we just got that there. Cancel that. Constructor out, not constructor out. We got some heavy windows, armored doors. I'd like to keep those. Building supplies. We've got small generators. I think we can drop that in. Small constructor. Keep the water generator. Put some medical devices in. I'm just trying to clear out some of the general rubbish here. Drill 2 laser. I doubt very much if I can be using a tool turret. Pulse laser. Keep that. Put the console in. CPU extender for an SV. Put some of those in as well. We keep, and just chuck that in as well. We just basically get rid of some of this stuff. Then I can just top it up with general resources. Of course, the advantage of doing this is it should be dropping the production time down. And that's taking the titanium rods close. So we only need about, for all the basic elements, we only need a few hundred. So go back to here, cancel that. Constructor in. What is it I want is titanium rods. I've got some. I've only got 249 of those. So I'm going to have to be a bit careful. Don't really need masses of copper. I can't remember if I actually said whether it needed sathium. Kind of inclined to put some of these steel plates in because they're easily accessible as well. And just split down to 700 silicon. Oops. So what we got? Copper. We're bound to need some cobalt, so let's drop that onto there as well. Right, it says 832, so we split the difference there. Yeah, that wasn't a bad guess. Copper. And then we'll just up that. I mean, I could just go over the top, but one has to make the effort. Wow, that was Okay, and silicon 383. I might be a little bit keep splitting the difference. Okay, that. Okay, and then we'll just pop up that. Put that back together. Got some cobalt ore there, 147. This might as well just do it this way actually. Oops. Okay, just put that back together. And all we need now is carbon substrate, estrum, and zirconium. Just back to here, cancel. A nice pile of carbon substrate should be enough. I think that should be enough zirconium. And where's the estrum? Probably don't need that amount of estrum. We can just put that back to there. We got here 429. Again, truthfully, that up there. I mean, carbon substrate is so common. I don't know why I'm bothering to do that, but zirconium. Yeah, with zirconium. I went a bit too far there. I had to say zirconium is quite rare, and I needed to be careful. And I've just done exactly the same with estrum. Right, we're just going to have to see if we can find that. So we've now got everything there. We can start production. It's going to take an hour and 24 minutes to produce it. So we're not going to look at it in this video, but at least I've got the process started. Let's see, just while we're here, just top up the oxygen. And we need a little bit of food. So, whoops, on that, press the wrong button. The meat burger. And jump up, go over here and turn the power on. Yeah. What I'm looking for is that over there. Now I'm guessing it's going to be just the wreckage that I've explored before. So we're just going to get there, turn off that, and I will see you once we get there. So here we are, we're coming up on the wreckage. It's showing red, but I don't think it's any real threat. Whoa, oh, brakes on, brakes on, brakes on. Okay. Yeah, the bounding box with this wreckage is a little bit icky. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit in closer. I mean, there's not spectacular loot on here, but there are a couple of thrusters on the back. We're just going to, nope, just going to stand up, turn that on, and thrusters off. Should have some cores somewhere. I think they're in here. Nope. Maybe it's in the ammo box here. Nope. Okay, maybe it's in the Pioneer constructor. Out. Yep. So, going to, whoops. Let's go take the core with us. We can core this wreckage, but first we've got to destroy its own core. But quite oddly, if I show you, we come in here, you can actually pick up steel plates from it. There are a lot of generators in here, just to show you. Inventory full. Not paying attention. Whoops. We're just gonna need to make that connection. And there's also some loot here, but they got the thing. Quite strangely, we can actually take the fuel from here as well. 320. But there is a core somewhere. I don't remember where it is. this out on the way through. And just do it this way. Power. So there is a core in here somewhere. It's like attached to one of the bulkheads. Let's take out the generators. Put the generator there. Okay, core, where are you hiding? Oh, I'll just loop through. As I said, there's nothing particularly that special. What's on this one? Okay, well, let's take this out. Take this out. Oops. Take that. Grab the power. You have the power. I'm sure it's just embedded in one of these areas here. I mean, to be honest, by the time I've finished, it's not hardly going to be worth even bothering to core it anyway. Whoops, we're getting a little bit of radiation. I mean, I could just take the thrusters. Yeah, I think I will. I think there's only 3 of them. There was last time. I think having the flux cores will be useful anyway. There it is. There's the core. Take that. To say, the only reason I would have cored it would have been to take the thrusters in one piece, but the amount of resources I'm gathering at the moment, I could manufacture any thrusters I need when I do get around to building the carrier. So I think the rest is just steel plates. We can pick up a few to replace the ones I use for the what we call it, for the hover tank. So just here. In some ways, collecting steel plates is there we are. So oh look, then this, that, and that, and that, and that. So we're not getting a vast amount of fuel, but it all adds up. And just have a look through any more generators left. It's actually carbon substrate. I'm not sure why I'm picking that up, but never mind. Yeah, I think that is about it. As I say, I don't want to spend the whole video just mining up some steel plates. And just get rid of that, you're in my way. Now we'll just get back to the ship. Actually, I do need to check the fuel on my ship at the moment. What's this? Oops. Let's just have a quick look. Fuel situation. Cancel that. Yeah, the fuel's getting a bit low. Extract out. I think we'll just dump in some of these. Oh, right, that took about 50 odd of those fusion cells. Really, I need to make some more. I'm keeping these more for fueling the SVs and all that. Constructor out. Because we got the loop from here, so we need to put that up into the constructor in. We've got 9 flux cores, 18 motors, 32 computers, 25 carbon substrate. So we got that there. Player, constructor in. This is all building up here. I mean, we got plenty of resources. What have we got? I mean, we've got plenty of ice at the moment, although I'm inclined to maybe look for some ice asteroids or something like that. I think if we put about 20, that would give us 40. That should be more than enough. That's, yeah. And what we're going to do now is to here. I think we'll go here. I've got no real indication of what this actually is. Or when it let me lock the target. I lock the target. So it might be a little bit of a glitch there. So, where's the thrusters on? Nope. So we'll just go here. Just get up to speed and zap. Oh, I always forget to do the shield. There we go. I think Elion might need to work a little bit on the sound effects of that warp drive. I get the feeling that when I'm coming out, the ship is actually breaking down. So what have we got here? We've got quite a lot of asteroids around, which could be worth exploring. Let's have a look. We got something there. Kind of a bit inclined to kind of go in that direction for a little while. So what we'll do is we'll check out the two things nearest to us, and then we'll go down onto the moon. So I'm just gonna. Right, I found some more wreckage, although it's probably disappeared. Where have you gone? Oh, there it is. So we'll just have a quick swing past the wreckage if it's. See what we got here. And we found a copper asteroid as well. Well, this wreckage looks a bit more substantial, but my ship seems to be drifting. Put the inertia drives back on. Yeah, this one looks a little bit more substantial. See if we can get in a little bit closer. Whoops. And just level up. Sit here. Just go into here. I still got the cores with me. And there's the alien core, because if I go here, just to show you, drill away, we don't really need it. See, we can't core anything, but if we go here and zap out that. Decompressing, yes. Then we can. Power off. Cut it out, game. I don't know how, in any shape, form, or description, this ship has any oxygen in it anyway. Get rid of that. And see what we've got in here. 4 cargo boxes. Okay, let me just put that into there. And again, we'll just shove everything into extractor out. Got ammo box, we've got some railgun ammunition. Keep thinking about maybe giving railguns a little bit of a go. Cargo box 2, cargo box 3, we got closet, we got pulse rifle, and we got a fridge. So not too bad. That's about it. Well, what we can do is see if we can get some. We can get a little bit of oxygen out. I want that. Constructor out. 1042. And how's the power situation, fuel situation like? There's 14226. So got that out of the way. And I did see it next to the where the core was located. There was an RCS. We'll just check that out. And what I wouldn't mind is picking up those thrusters complete this time. Just take those off. See if we can retrieve them. Retrieval. Okay. Should have hooked them. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, cancel. Constructor out. Just pick these thrusters up. This is what I might need for my what we call it, my carrier. Take that. What we got here? Minigun. Yeah, I think we'll take the minigun as one piece, and then we'll salvage out what's left here for the more generic resources. Lots of cores in here. Not cores, RCSs, sorry. Some more power cells. Another thruster there. Certainly gonna. Retrieve that. Yeah, how many other thrusters have left? Should have checked this, shouldn't I? Okay, we got one there, one there. So we got another 4 thrusters to find. We've got to explore the ship anyway, so take that. There's the ammo. And these are tier 2 fuel cells. I think we'll start picking those up as well. I should have picked those up earlier because leaving the remote login area. Thank you, game. Because I think the fuel cells we can use in the carrier as well. I mean, they are tier 2. There's another one. Okay. Oops. Now, where's the thrusters? Oh, there's some antennas up there. Take those. They're always good for some resources. Certainly retrieve. Some grow plots here as well. Take that. Certainly want the grow plots. Inventory for. Wow. Okay, we're out of range of the ship, so just back into range. Constructor out. Just do the reconnect. If we can just kind of fly in and grab that. About to disconnect. Yep. Okay, we're gonna just grab those. Just grabbed the fridge for no reason. Right, we're gonna have to try and find the missing thrusters. What else we got in here? Okay, where are they? Thrusters, where are you? Wherefore art thou? Okay, looks like all the thrusters are in this section here. which is ideal really because that's close to the ship. So I'll certainly take that. Yeah. And taxes. Make sure it's broken the connection again. Take that. Make sure. Just one thing we're going to need to do is get rid of that. Make sure you're on retrieve blocks. Okay, we're about to leave remote login again. And that should leave just, oh no, it says there's still 2 more in here. Okay, so it looks like the remaining 2 are just here. Just make sure we get the connection still there. Okay, thank you. So we'll just take those. And probably that is about it for this ship. I was starting to salvage out the antenna off the roof. So I don't really need steel plates because the idea is we'll go back to the derelict ship in the starter system and use the blocks from that to actually build the carrier. Well, that's the idea anyway. Oops, there's a couple here. Take that, take that. Let's see anything else in here. I think that is about it. Just take that out. Closet. Okay. Oops, missed something here. Well, we got a little bit of a benefit there. Anything else around? Oh, some planters. This ship got well and truly beaten up, didn't it? No, I think that's about it. What we got? Antenna up there. Yep. So back to the MCR and Pioneer. I'm just gonna. So we're back on the ship. And the thrusters back on. And we'll just have a little bit of sort out and see what we got. I'll certainly keep the bandages. That can go into there. I don't know how much of this we can put in the building supplies. I wouldn't mind that in there. Keep the thrusters down here. We can put that in there. I want to keep an eye on what I've got thruster wise. I can't put anything else in there, so we're stuck with what's left here. So food processors, got a few grow plots. Not planning on putting a massive farm in the. So that can go there. Construct it in. That can go in there. That can go in there. Get rid of that. This stuff can go into the ammo. And I think all the rest of that lot can go in the sail. I've got a feeling that I've got to dump all these multi-tools up into the workshop, into the factory. I can't see anyone ever wanting to buy all that many. I can't see anyone wanting to buy that many multi-tools. Not level 1 ones anyway. Drop that in there. Into the ship. And just get away from the wreckage. Throw out a scan. Right, looks like there's an asteroid that's a bit near there. We did find a copper one there, but I'm not that interested in copper. We're just going to come down here. We'll check out that one there on the way into this moon and see what we can find. Close. Let's round off. round off a bit. Down. I have never ever encountered a Titan asteroid before. What we'll do is jump up. I think we'll use the SV. Don't know why I got that. Need some more food, so food, just pop up that. Fire, we're okay. Just pop that back to mining capability. Plants are ready to harvest, but I'm not exactly dying of food shortages at the moment. Let me just jump into the ship. Power up. What is this? It just says crushed stone, so why is this so special? Can't see an entrance or anything. So the green effect is down to the light. Like a texture there. What's that? Titanium ore, yes. We're in it now. So Titan asteroids are titanium ore. So what we're going to do is just do a bit of, certainly want this. We want everything we can get out of here. So we're just going to drop down here. Oh, this is a major find. It solves my problems with titanium rods. So I'm just going to hack into here. You can see how mining across with the tiers makes such a big difference. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mine this out, and I'll be right back once I've got everything I can. Welcome back. I've just about finished off the mining the titanium. I think I've got it all actually, and I think you can see the way I've had to hack my way through this asteroid. And I think this is probably the best example I can think of why you need a mining SV, because to be honest, to do this by hand would have taken even longer than it already is. I mean, it's taken me 10, nearly 15 minutes to mine out all the titanium in this asteroid. I think it's been worth it though. I think it's been worth it. I mean, we've got 1,585 titanium. Not as much as I was hoping I would get. It goes to show that even when it's there in large quantities, it's not really in dense quantities. Is probably the polite way of saying it. So if we can, I don't think I actually leveled the ship off a little bit, so I'm gonna have to come down into here and just gather up all the. When I did put one load of titanium into the capital vessel, so let's just come in here and turn the power off. And let's take stock of how much I actually got. So MCR Pioneer, construct it out. We got about 3,187. We got 3,187 titanium ore, which isn't too bad actually. So we'll just put that in there, and wow, we're nearly filling our vault up. So things are looking pretty good. The titanium ore, there it is there. I think that solves my problem with the rods now. And I'm aware time is pushing on with this video as well. It's not going exactly the way I thought it would go. Same story. Harvest the food afterwards. And what we're going to do now is just get to the planet and get a first impression of the planet. So we're just going to think my inclination is to go down with the capital vessel and see what we can get. Wow. There's a very big pause as I actually entered the atmosphere there. For a brief moment I thought I was just about to crash. But it looks like there might be some water here, so we could actually deploy the water generator and get some water. But then that could take a little bit of time. Yeah. We found an Asteroid deposit. Wow, so we got a lot of deposits down here, so a quick look. So what have we got here? Fairly big planet, and I've scanned a big chunk of it in one go. So we've got 11 iron, 8 copper, 12 promethium, 7 cobalt, 10 pentaxid, 26 asterum, and 12 magnesium. I wouldn't mind the magnesium and the asterum. We're actually firing at something, which probably means that there's some creature down here that's quite happily minding its own business. Being shot. I think trying to find level terrain here is going to be a little bit dodgy as well. I think we'll just put down. Wait, I think I'm still in the air, but at the same time, well, they've got pteropods here. Okay. Let's go have a look. See what's the temperature range. Minus 25 to minus 43, so it's not that bad temperature-wise. What are you firing at? Wow, 14. Hello, guys. You're the local reception committee, are you? Oh, there's a pteropod there as well. Hello, Mr. Pteropod. I'm just saying hello to the planet. Yeah, so we had a fairly warm welcome. Just see if we're in. So can we pick that up? No, nothing. Just bandage. What's these plants here? Got a little bit of copper ore there. Smiling thorns, but take those. And here's something creeping around here. So this is this says savannah, the strangest looking savannah I've ever seen. Just grab this. There's a lot of life forms on here. Wow, 17 radiation. I have to think about the radiation. I'll do that now actually while I'm thinking about it, so we'll just get back into the ship. Here's spiders as well. And just a quick shower to get rid of that. Next is radiation. Yes, I can hear you. I'll be back in a minute. Right. We got radiation boost. At the moment we've got protection. What's the radiation protection to 8? I think what we're going to need is I take that off. I'm always reluctant to take this off because the temperature range is still pretty high on these planets. I think we're take the multi-boost off. That gives me protection up to 14. Have a bit of healing. And let's have a look out the back. Just wondering whether we're dealing with spiders or other. I can hear them. I'll grab that. Come on, where are you? Oh, I missed the slimy there. Oops. Pteropod there. I need meat anyway, so we could deploy a water generator. Do I really want to? Probably not. I'll just grab that. So obviously the slime monsters create the same noise as spiders. I think somebody actually posted a comment saying that Empyrion are going to need to rework their audio a bit, especially their creature sounds. Especially the screamers, because I must admit they actually said that the screamers get on their nerves, and I actually agree completely. They do quite substantially get on your nerves. Anyway, just to finish the video off, we'll just do a little bit of reconnaissance here. Ah, there is a spider. Hello. I haven't killed a spider for a very long time. So apologies, maybe the slime monster isn't have a spider noise. No, it's not actually, it's quite a... Let's have a look over here and then grab these through here. This way, if you put down on this planet with just an SV, or what if this is actually a starter planet, but on a swampy type. Okay. Resources 1.8 kilometers away. Estrom over there. And we got. Oh, it's pretty exciting in this area. And there's no description for the planet as such. We don't know whether there's going to be any Xerax or anything hostile on here, but I certainly would like to explore it. So we'll just get back to the ship. And back into here. The radiation is going to be a little bit of an issue. So, player. It sounds like the spiders are back again. So we'll just put that in there. We could do taking half of that out and putting that in the constructor. So we've stocked up on our meat situation now, so we can carry on punching out the pizzas and everything else. I think this would probably be a good point to stop. And what we'll do in the next part is get out and try and explore this planet. We'll probably use the SV to do it. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.